Welcome to the Bobby Carpenter Show. I'm by myself. You got me the entire time. I'm already throwing questions. Start with questions in the chat. I told everybody we were going, and we're going. So welcome in. I'm at the Armory, and we'll run you through some things that happened to me. So yesterday, after work, working at the Armory, doing my thing, training with Cade, great. Went to the Difference USA striking machines. And so everybody knows I buy everything's America. Everything's American made. Most of it's made in Central Ohio. I've had these partners on a handshake. Like there's terms, but I just pay them ASAP because I don't like having false numbers in my checking account. I like paying my people. So, and it's really cool because I've done business with them so long. And if there's an issue, quality control issue, I take a picture, I send it to them, and they send me the parts. And we had some of those last night, but throw a shout out to my guy, Steve Wilson. Steve's been with me for probably 4 years, does a fantastic job, has his own kind of automotive business on the side that he's trying to blow up. And it's always great when I get to go in there and just talk live, talk shop, have somebody to help. It's amazing what you can do when you have multiple people in the room and you know exactly what you're doing. And we built 150 pads. And again, guys, like I made all of this stuff up years ago. In the process, I figured out 3M 74 foam fast. I'm like, how do you put foam on a bench? And I ripped it up. Like, this thing doesn't rip off. And I found it. And so I've been using it for, I don't know, probably 8 years now. And we go in there and I get my metal. That's out of Springfield at Valco. They send me stuff. I glue it in to the foam that I get out of Lancaster, Ohio. And Poof David Copperfield, we make pads. We made them last night. And Steve just had a playlist of banger rock music that got it going fast. Then I did what any normal human does after they leave their work at 9:30. I went to Chipotle because I hadn't eaten in a hot minute. And I got Chipotle home, heated it up because I like the cheese to melt. And looking through the TV, normally I don't. I'm like, man, I'm kind of gassed because I was traveling, working. I need to go to bed. I turn the TV on. I'm flipping through the channels. Nothing's really popping. Die Hard. Great Christmas movie, by the way. When somebody says Merry Christmas in the movie and it's on Christmas, it has to be a Christmas movie. Therefore, I watched it. And I proceeded to veg out after eating my Chipotle, put it on in. I'm just kind of sitting there in my chair, just kind of like this, chilling. And next thing I know, guess what came on after? Die Hard 2. Not as good as the first, but you're going to watch it. And so I did. Next thing I know, Poof David Copperfield, it's 2 a.m. I got to wake up at 6:30, and that was a terrible decision. And I made, it caught up to me this morning when Cade and I were doing legs. I should have went heavier, but I didn't have it in the gas tank. So adjust with poise. And then had to do some collections of money from cards that aren't on file and stuff like that. Did that. Now I'm talking to you guys. It's awesome. Pat. Oh, side nugget. Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, former punter at Ohio State. Played with the Eagles, playing with the Steelers. Remember last year, broke his leg. He's here at the Armory doing his rehab. Saw him. Was just sharing a story with me. Dude's like already hitting 65, 60, like some yard punts with like almost 6-second hang time. Guy's going to be playing again this year. Love watching the way he works. Australian, just a friendly dude, man. Like he's a great Buckeye. Love talking to that guy. Just wanted to throw it out there. One of the all-time greats of Ohio State that we never think of because he's a punter. And for some reason, we rugby-style punt all the time. I love regular traditional punting. And he can boom it. Anyways, side nugget. Pat, you're over there. Tell the people what you're doing, Pat, at this golf outing. You're in Ohio.
Thrilled to be here, man. Honestly, we're out here, Big Play Sports Network. We're all out at the Colleague Companies Championships. A big shout out to the Colleague Companies. We got the Senior PGA Tour, the Champions Tour, as they call it. We're out here, Akron Firestone Country Club. It's a beautiful day out here. We got tons of food trucks and all sorts of, golf fitting, that type of stuff. So charge all that to winning. But it's crazy. I had to be here for the solo Schlegs show. I'm hoping you can hear me okay right now with the wind. But Bobby's out on the golf course. I'm out on the golf course. Schlegs, man, you're back home at the Armory. Charge it to winning.
Yeah, charge it to winning. So Bobby's at, guess what? Side nugget. Bobby's at the coach's golf outing. Didn't get an invite. Probably don't need one because we don't know where you live. But I would much rather be here with you guys. So one, that's awesome. They're a great sponsor of the show and a big play. Bobby's doing his thing with the coaches. Coaches need some love. They've been doing a great job on the recruiting trail. And I want to go right into that, Pat. So on the show sheet, there is it in green, and it says Walton to recruits. It's right under OSU schedule and EA royalty system. Yep, throw that up there. I want you guys to give this a listen. Because this is what I think makes Ohio State unique. Tim Walton, he does these rhymes. Again, growing up, I think it started for me at the Air Force Academy. I was a haiku master. I'm not going to lie. Most of my haikus were sexual in nature or probably provocative or just terrible, and that they were funny, especially to a bunch of 18 and 19-year-old dudes. But I was a haiku master. I could just make them up on the fly. Tim does this for a living now. So here's Tim talking to recruits, throwing it down.
It's only followed by the things that you do. And if you want it, you got to see it with a clear-eyed view. When you come to Ohio State, you must have more than sight. You got to have vision. If you don't understand what I'm saying, take heed. Still listen. Observe this weekend. Ask questions. Get a feel. Our players, our staff, we honest. We'll keep it real.
And that's the thing. I think when Tim goes that, he mentioned have vision over sight. I say this in business all the time. See a problem, create a solution. You got to see things through a prism, and you cannot be afraid of getting other people's opinions, because for me, our athletic team coordinators, people that are working the front desk or people that are on the floor or coaches or physical therapy, they're seeing things differently than I am. I need to gather as much information as I can to be able to see through a prism as to how can we make this all work. It's exactly what I did with the striking machine when I invented it in 2015. When Urban asked me that question, I think that's a great point. And sometimes athletes come in and it's just like, oh, look at what I'm looking at. And it's just like, oh, I'm looking at this. And what does this coach do? And what do the facilities look like? And what is the scheme? The vision that is Ohio State is how to develop you to maximize your genetic potential and develop you for the next level or to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, as well as how do we set you up for success in life? And why not do that on a team with a brotherhood in a culture that is unlike any other outside of the academies? That is Ohio State. I truly believe that our coaches, I would allow our coaches to coach my son. And to me, when we evaluate staffs, that's how, as regular people, do we want those people coaching our kids? Do we like what they're about? I think that's a great point. I think that our players do a fantastic job of educating and talking to them, real talk, not fake. But when you're in a culture that is authentic as Ohio State is, it comes off in just a completely different way. I remember when I left the Air Force Academy and I was getting re-recruited by everybody, I went to places and they were like, oh, yeah, these guys think it was very cliquey. Didn't want that. Came to Ohio State and I was like, you guys are all hanging out. You guys are all watching film. You guys are all doing stuff in the middle of the week together. That's what these guys do. It's funny, with Cade, Tommy and Steele, they're all coming back over 4th of July, staying at his farm. They're coming to Armory, do stuff. That's what you want. It's the life outside of football, after football, that you want, and you can have that at Ohio State. Go down. There's another one right there. I'm deleting that. It is Dabo on the coach's role. Throw that up there, Pat, and I'll read it to you guys. Guys, listen. I am more critical of coaches than I am of players. That is always a fact because they get paid a lot of money, and their number one thing is to win. That's how we grade them. That's how we were making the Mount Rushmore of college coaches. As a coach, as a son of a coach, as an educator, this is what coaches do. Coaches, you can win. I think that's 4. But if you are not really impacting lives in a positive way, how you win, I think you lose. I think that you could say the same thing in business. I think you say the same thing in your family unit. I think those are great words. But to me, it's always, I take that and I go back and self-introspect. How can I do that within our business here? And I think that Ryan has made it to where they are constantly trying to impact the lives of not only his players, but his coaches in a positive way as you win. And I think that you can do both. With that being said, guys, listen to me. I'm doing a really good job. I actually poked my head up from looking at you in the camera, and it says 10:45 because we have a special guest coming up. His name is AJ Hawk. He's coming up in 5 minutes or so. Stay tuned. I'm still going. But that's why I wanted you guys to throw on some things in the group chat. Put on there Caleb Downs. You know what? Let's go above that, guys. Let's go above that. Go to Pat. Go to Damon Arnette. I want to put this on there because we talk a lot about bad things that happen. I think we should also talk about good things that happen. And again, it's about the journey. And I love Damon, Coach Damon, absolute dog, dude that you want, grimy dude. I'm a grimy dude. And Damon, right now, it is being reported that he's a first-round draft pick, now returns to the NFL for the first time since 2022. So 3 years removed, getting back in the ball, playing in the UFL, did a great job. Already there in Houston, and that he could be joining Houston for camp, signing a contract. And again, when you're Damon, you just want another opportunity. And I think that when you look at this, the second chance, what I'm alluding to here is that, and it goes back, guess what else came on last week? That was an absolute banger that I made both of my children watch while my wife was in Texas, Rocky IV. And Rocky had a good thing in there at the end. If anybody remembers in the chat, throw it in there. But he said this: if I can change and you could change, everybody could change. I was Russian for what he just said. So the cool thing is with Damon is he had some turmoil, looked in the mirror. How do I repair this? Get back to ball, get focused on accomplishing the mission, produce. I have another opportunity. Great. Now you got a season. Now you got to battle through. You got other people that are draft picks. Rocky IV is the best. Thank you, Sam. Wasn't the Sam Hill? Great point. It is the best. But that's kind of it, guys. And I do this in business. Dr. Bailey, who's the owner of the Armory, does it as well. Like, we want to help people. We want to help people develop. If your people aren't having opportunities to potentially leave, are you really doing your job? I had a young lady that worked for me. She has an opportunity to go be the director of operations for Maryland basketball. I said, 1, you're a beautifully and wonderful mate because she had some confidence issues. 2, you're an elite person in your role. If you don't go attack this opportunity, I'll be very upset at you. And guess what? She got the job. She left. There's a void in the business. However, it's up to me to go fill that void and make sure I have the right personnel to do so. That was kind of like a chance for her, developing her. Same thing with Damon in this situation. So I'm just super excited. Again, this is a Buckeye show, kind of, but Damon, I'm very proud of you. I hope that you have a lot of success and make the best out of it. And he's coming off a hard thing, man. You just played a season in the UFL, and now you got to go back, prepare your body, and go to an NFL camp to make a roster. And again, when they're evaluating this, when you're on a team as a first-round draft pick, you're staying on that team, right? You're staying with that team because you're that first-round draft pick. Now, yeah, you're a first-round draft pick, but you got to go make the team. You got to beat out other draft picks that could potentially be first-rounders and make that roster spot. So that being said, I'm super excited. Houston in a great spot for Damon, great leadership in the players, coaching in the front office, and a lot of Buckeyes down there too. And that's one thing that we can't ever take for granted. When those guys get in the locker room together around the same age, it's going to be really, really beneficial. And, of course, his head football coach, former player, I think will have a great impact on Damon. That being said, guess what? You get a read. And now you don't get my interpretive dance. You get me. Attention. Parents and athletes, protect what matters more. XSport mouthguards, trusted by professional athletes, designed by NHL team dentists. XSport mouthguards are scientifically tested to absorb high-impact hits, protecting both your teeth and your brain. XSport mouthguards feature 3 layers of advanced protection, including the patented use of carbon fiber, custom fit to your unique smile. By the way, I had a canine on this side. I called him Old Chomper. I put dip on him for years, never went away. Super strong, got braces, brought him to the party. It's awesome. Anyways, they 3-pit those bad boys to you. That means more protection, better performance, max comfort, clear communication so you can focus on your game, not on your gear. Don't take chances with your safety. Visit XSportGuards.com/Bobby today and save 50% on your order. Exports, protect what matters most. Coming up, the Birdman himself, AJ Hawk.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lakespur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lakespur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
Welcome back to the show as I'm just like multitasking. And here he is. Bring him in. Let's summon him. Get him on here. Look at that. Look at that smile. Give me another one. Oh. AJ, what's up, bro?
Not much. What is that? The hawk cry just continues to get quieter and quieter, or are you putting that like underneath your leg?
No. I'm gonna have to go back and count that one because that's the first thing I put hawk call on there. That's always the first one I get. It's like a minute 4. It's a minute 4, and it gives you like the really good screech one, and then it comes back. I got to count them up. I think it was like 7 or 8. It was just like that, just like he's really trying to communicate. Honestly, what is he trying to say? Like, what's the initial hawk call? Like that longer one, and then what are the next 7? Is that kind of how? Like, hey, Laura, what's crapping? And then all to your kids. Like, how is that directed? Like, what was he saying right there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume any kind of hawk call, or if I see a hawk flying, I think I've told you, it's one of my, like a family member of mine that has passed on from this earth, that they're coming by to say hello and let us know that good things are on the way and that we need to enjoy our life. So I don't know. It's one of the hawk relatives, I think, coming back just to say hello.
Hey, listen, real talk, because this is a real show. Do you wave at him?
Oh, yeah. I wave at him, talk to him. Yeah, of course.
You really? Like, what's up, man? Like, what's crapping?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Grandpa? Hey, what's up? Yeah, probably my great-great-great-grandpa, whoever it might be. One of my old cousins, anything. Yeah, you never know.
That is freaking awesome. It's funny. My grandpa played for the Newton Cardinals, Newton, Iowa. And side nugget, I think the state bird of Ohio is the cardinal, by the way. I see cardinals all the time, but it's the same thing. My mom loved cardinals. She's passed. I'm like, hey, I see you, Mom.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Mom?
My girl.
Yeah. I'm with
you. So what have you been up to? What are you doing?
The usual, kids events, kids sports right now. We got lacrosse tournaments. We got some AAU basketball. I mean, I feel like I'm a broken record. I kind of say that every week, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. But yeah, cool time. It feels like we're actually getting closer to football season. Like it actually is, it's out there. Now we know we have a dead time here in the summer, but football is on the horizon. I think it's always a good time of year when we have football to look forward to.
When you're shuttling the kids around, going to all these events, as a parent, kids that play multiple sports at the same time, how do you regulate that? So I'm playing lacrosse, I'm playing AAU basketball, right? Coaches' demands are just like, hey, I need you for this practice. Oh, I need you for this practice. Like, oh, we got 2 things in one day. How do you navigate those waters?
It's tough. It honestly is, because there's so much, especially like my daughter's had a ton of stuff because she's going into high school basketball. So they have just a million different like workouts and games and summer leagues and everything, coupled with travel, lacrosse. I mean, we're not too crazy about it. Like we're okay every once in a while if there's like a double booked practice and, oh, hey, we had a 6 to 8 o'clock basketball and there's an 8:30 to 10 lacrosse training session or something. We're okay, like passing on a few things. Like, okay, we don't have to get to every possible thing. But it's definitely a balance. I definitely think we can make sports not fun for kids. That's for sure. People try to do that all the time. Even when I was like in the NFL, I would remind guys sometimes before practice or during practice. I'm like, hey man, why did you start playing football? Like, because it's fun, right? It's fun to play sports. It's fun. So let's find a way to continue to have fun doing that. Obviously I know it's fun to win and do all that. It's fun to compete, but yeah, I just try to keep it like, make it a positive thing, because sometimes people can make sports a negative situation for kids. I'm like, come on, man, we're talking about 6th graders here. We don't need to ruin it for them.
Great segue to this. When did you play another sport in high school for the Elks?
Yeah, I played basketball.
Okay. So as soon as football over, did you do basketball while you were playing football, like during the season, or is this all football?
No, that's the thing. I played basketball growing up. I loved it. AAU, traveled around, did all that stuff. But I ended up stopping basketball after my sophomore year in high school because it was just a friendly disagreements with my basketball coach, who was upset that I gave more, I guess, passion, and I would never miss a football workout for a basketball thing. So no matter what time of the year, I was like, well, yeah, football is number one. I know that. So I'm going to go to a football lifting over some basketball shoot around or whatever it might be. So I think sometimes coaches can get upset when you don't show the same passion or show the same commitment for each sport, I guess. But I knew football was my love. I liked basketball a lot, but football was what I wanted to do. But like when I would get done with football season, it would say, oh, take a week or something, and then start coming to our basketball workouts and our open gyms and all that. And I would usually take a few days and then get right into basketball. But it can be a lot. It definitely, especially now though, like, how sport, you know better than anybody. There's a billion different like training sessions and one-on-one and small group and all this stuff. And I was like, man, sometimes it's better just to go outside and play a pickup game with your buds. Go outside and go in the side yard and have a pickup basketball game in the driveway. Like, I think that sometimes you get more out of it than you would some structured training situation.
Dude, one, that's an issue that I have with coaches is they should all be, first off, it's always about the kid. And so if you got somebody that's highly competitive like you, why wouldn't you want that person on your team? You know that's what he wants to do is play football. Like, hey, I got it. You're going to go to football, but then you're going to be here on these days that you could be here. And you're like, absolutely, coach. Like, you got to work with them because it's about the kid's experience and not just, oh, you got to do this and you got to do that. Like, you just overwork. Not like your football workouts weren't also helping you in basketball to box a dude at the gym. For your children, when do you want that deciding factor to happen?
Like if they have to make a choice or something between sports, you saying? Yeah. Man, I don't know. I think you got to get to at least high school to where they know like what their path might be. Who knows if anyone gets to playing. Like if any of my kids get to play any sport at any level in college or past high school, it's a huge plus. Like that, I don't sit there and expect anything to happen. Like, no doubt. Some people have unrealistic expectations and just assume their kids getting D1 scholarships.
Hey, those 4 kids are AJ Hawk and Laura Quinn's offspring. Like, they got to go play, Division I football. Like, what are we talking about?
What? Michael Jordan, I think Michael Jordan has 2 sons. I don't think either of them played in the NBA. So it's like, there's no secret formula. There's no special sauce. There's nothing. Like, you got to work for whatever you get. Like, you got to compete and you got to work and you got to have fun. Like, that's, I don't know.
Fun's the thing.
Fun is it is. Yeah. It's, I don't know. I don't love when like young kids like have tons of like anxiety and things about sports. Like, I understand you should get nervous if you care about it, but if they're like dreading things or dreading coming up to the plate for an at bat or something when you're 5th, 6th grade, like that's not what it's about, man. We got to find a way to mentally get you past this.
Yeah. It's fun and passion. You want to be passionate about it. And that's why even with my youngest, I'm like, listen, if you don't want to work at it, then I don't want to do it. Like, I want you to love it, man, because it's fun. And then guess what? Whenever you decide to do that, I will pour into you. Yep. I'm still gonna like be there, but like and support you on whatever you decide to do. But I want you to go have fun, be passionate about it, and I'll be passionate about it right there with you.
Just play hard, attitude and effort, man. It's all the old cliches. Hey, that's all you can control is your attitude and your effort. Be accountable to your teammates. Be a good teammate, even if you're not even if you're not a stud scorer on the basketball court, who cares? You get every loose ball we're on the ground for, every rebound we're competing to get. Like, you can find a way to make yourself valuable, even if you're not that good.
Hey, Pat, listen, you're going to have to chime in and say, hey, you got to let AJ go. I got to let you go at 12:30, right?
Or, yeah, I can go a little bit after that, wherever.
Okay. You just got to tell me, like, Schlegs, I got to go. Hey, here, you just said a cliche. You know that I'm the king ding-a-ling of cliches. I say so many things all the time. What are some of your favorite things that you say in your home or when you're on the field, right? Like, what were some of those favorite things?
Man, so I try to stay away. Like, kids don't really listen. My kids aren't listening to me. They're watching me to see how I carry myself. I think they would never admit that they're like taking it in. But they, once you start, anytime I think when you try to coach my own kids or whatever, they instantly take it like it's a negative thing. If you're saying something like, hey, when you're doing this, you got to keep your knees bent when you're shuffling here on defense or whatever it is. They think like I'm reprimanding them, like telling them they're terrible kids or terrible teammates. I'm like, no, we never figure this out. It's a constant journey. There's a reason Steph Curry still shoots 1,000 shots a day, probably, because you never figure anything out. So I think one thing I love to say, and my kids don't completely understand, is how you do anything is how you do everything. Like, that's, to me, that makes so much sense. Like, yep, this is what we, it doesn't matter. It's not like specific, I'm going to work hard in this area. I'm going to be a good person here in this area because I love this football and I love this. I'll do that at football practice, but I'm going to be a turd away from the field or away from practice. Like, that's not how it works. I think everything kind of meshes together, and how you got to carry yourself the right way, and you got to work no matter what it is.
It's like a light switch, man. It's either on or it's off.
Yeah.
Totally with you, buddy. Hey, that brought me to another question that just escaped my mind. I have one. Sam Hill put a great question here. I want to end on that one. But Damon Arnette, speculation that he's going to the Texans, right? So gets out of the league in 2022, first-round draft pick, Buckeye, grimy dude, plays really, really hard. Love the way he plays. Getting that a second opportunity. Did you play with anybody that got a second chance like that?
That's a good question. I don't know about like a second chance like that. I mean, I played with Brett Favre, and he came back. He retired from Green Bay and came back and beat us.
That's a great one. 100%.
Yeah, he beat us he went to the Vikings, and he killed us twice in his first year with the Vikings. He beat us. It was brutal. That dude was on fire. And then luckily the next year we came back and we beat him. Guys like that. I mean, honestly, not a second chance, but when I first got to Green Bay, Charles Woodson signed as a free agent a couple months before I got drafted there. And Charles, he was drafted by the Raiders and played great for the Raiders, but he came to Green Bay and he took it to another level. I believe his second year in Green Bay, he was the defensive player of the year in the NFL, and just had an unbelievable career and continued to play and get better and better. So it was fun to watch a guy like that, take who you thought had reached the apex of where he is, and this dude found a way to even take it to another level. And, there's a reason he's a Hall of Famer. The guy's unbelievable.
Yeah, he is, man. And I remember when he got there, I mean, he had already, it was toward the end of his career, but he kind of got a second wind.
Oh, yeah.
I think that second wind comes from, you have an infusion of young talent like yourself, right? Aaron's there. Yeah, he's a backup, but Favre was there. And it's I got a new team, can almost reinvent myself. And that's why I think kind of with Damon in this is an opportunity of reinventing himself. And he comes in and is just passionate about the game, studying film, being a pro, understands his mishaps and how he can add value. Plus, he's surrounded by a lot of former Buckeyes, and his head coach played in the league, has been in the league for a long time. Good, solid dude.
Yeah.
And all those things matter when you want to have that second chance. All right. I got a great question. AJ, it's from Sam Hill. What type of hawk are you, or would you be? A red-tailed, a red-shouldered, a Cooper's, a rough-legged, a sharp-shined, or he had another one in there, a broad-winged hawk?
Well, red tail is the ones that I am the most, familiar with. A couple of those I haven't even heard of. So, I haven't really broken it down.
Just think of their names. Think of their names, though. Red-tailed. Kind of, I think of red-tailed, I think of like a burnt ass, right? And then red-shouldered, you're already kind of pale anyways, but you could potentially get some red shoulders. And you got some big shoulders. Like, I mean, that guy, like, you take care of yourself. Like, so you want to be a red-tailed? Is that what you are? Like,
yeah, I'll be a red-tailed. I think Pistol, my dad, had a stuffed hawk on his desk up in his office at our house growing up because his
stuffed hog or hawk?
Well, probably hog as well. Somewhere I didn't see that one, but the stuffed hawk he had sitting on his desk as I see Bob's joining us from the golf course shooting par.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, Coach. I mean, we're like 5 or 6 under through 3 holes. It's amazing. Only Eagles.
Who are you playing with?
My folks from Affinity, dude. They're the best.
Okay, I got
Look
you.
at this. We just got a Sun Cruiser too, hanging out. Thanks, Allie. Buckeyes.
Hey, Bob. What kind of hawk is AJ? A red-tailed, red-shouldered, Cooper's, rough-legged, sharp-shined, or broad-winged?
Broadwing for sure. Like, look at the size of his traps and neck. That's what
I was saying, red-shouldered, because he's kind of pale. He has big shoulders, and he can get really tan on those things.
I don't know about really tan, but he definitely has broad shoulders, so that's a big piece of it.
Yeah. Hey, real fast, AJ. This is for you. I'm moving back Friday, so
yes,
Bob. This is what you got to do, because you're at the golf course. I'll let AJ tell the story. But when are we gonna you got to make sure they send the invite for the players' golf outing there at Scarlet, because last time we were there, we had an epic adventure with James, you, me, and AJ. AJ, why don't you tell the good folks what transpired on that elite golf outing for the former players?
I'll tell you what, it was fun. It was great to get together and play some golf with you guys and James Laurinaitis, obviously on the coaching staff. I believe, obviously Ryan Day joined us for a couple holes. That guy can play. He's good. Now he's a legit, consistently good golfer.
I think the term is they call him a stick, AJ.
Yeah,
that guy's a stick.
That new movie, that new show
hit
with
for me.
Owen Wilson. Oh, they need your drive, Bob. 350 right down the middle. They need you.
I mean, I don't know if I can somehow put my camera through the Meta thing. I've got these Connor Stallions Meta glasses I could probably use.
Sweet.
I don't know if that's a real deal or not. Yeah, they look sweet. But the problem is it's super windy right now. And yeah, the drives are kind of flaring off a little bit. I've played pretty well today though. By my standards, not too bad.
I mean, none of us are golfers here. So yeah, anytime you hit a decent shot, it's okay.
Yeah, I quit getting mad about not being good at golf. I mean, is that my tee shot that you're going to use? Holy smokes.
While we're on the air, man, Bobby Carpenter, first off, side nugget, Bobby Carpenter is still using a set of tailor-made irons that he got off this guy. Happened to be named Taylor.
Yeah.
When I was living in Hilliard, Ohio, we got a special discount. He's still rocking those bad boys, by the way. So it's not necessarily about the age of the tools. It's about the person utilizing the tools. And obviously, Bob's doing a great job today.
It's the tool with the tools. And the best part about it, like you said, Schlegs, I think golf clubs are like cars when it comes to the mileage. And I don't play a lot of golf. So my clubs that are 20 years old, or I guess, close to 20 years old this year, they've probably been played with as much as most guys, like 5-year sets. So they've got a lot of good swings left in them.
Yeah. Hey, AJ, do you still – I'm surprised, Bob, that you didn't borrow AJ's penis putter, because that thing has a lot of, like, really good, like, veins on it that it has a lot of – it's a heavy putter, AJ.
Yeah,
Heavy putter.
The Peter putter. The ball really comes out clean off of that thing. I tell you what, you got to pull it out when you need to. If you're in a group playing a scramble and you got a big birdie or eagle putt, that's when you hand that to your partner and make sure that he drains it.
When you're able to combo that with the shocker glove that I got you for Schlegs and I got you for your birthday, like that was a big deal. And then the big phallic decanter with the 2 balls as the cups. Yeah, I mean it was really all there in play for us. So it's a hell of a time.
Yeah. Hey, you guys know have you guys put any marketing in the bunkers like you did last time?
You know what? That's the most disappointing thing is when we played in the players outing, I was coming late and then H had to leave early. And the best part was the guy's like, they think they're up here. I'm like, oh, they are. He goes, how do you know? I go, I can see the signs. He goes, what do you mean? I go, look over the bunker. And there were huge dongs drawn in the horizontal portion or vertical portions of the bunkers that were like, it was like arrows, like Hansel and Gretel that were leading me right to you.
Exactly. Bro, listen, man.
We're leaving you breadcrumbs. That was our version of breadcrumbs. Here we go.
Come join us.
We're pointing you in the direction that we were.
Yeah, it's great. pretty remarkable stuff. You know what? I'm going to encourage you guys to both watch. AJ, I know you're a big dude that likes to watch a lot of like the documentaries. You need to watch Surviving Ohio State on HBO Max. A lot of weird stuff that was in that thing, kind of some things that were emotionally disturbing, but a lot of things that when I heard about Dr. Strauss and some of the wrestlers stuff, I'm like, well, that's kind of what like AJ Schlegs and I used to do to each other in the shower. So, I mean,
I don't know,
maybe not quite.
I haven't seen the documentary yet, but I hear this guy, it was pretty serious. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he took it to another level. He leveled it up for sure. But, you know, like when you go in the full, I tell people, like, you go into a full empty shower and there's like 30 shower heads and there's one guy in there and you go right beside him and then turn that one on and maybe like rub his back with your hand. Like, I mean, that may or may not have happened with us, you know, but in a plutonic way.
You know what's funny is you put that thing on the IG group chat about like sitting next to each other in a theater sharing a bucket of popcorn, and like that is totally Schlegs. But like that would not be me in the shower. That would probably be more like you and a stream of something. I appreciate you sharing that. Definitely have to watch that documentary.
Oh yeah, the group chat, AJ, where I dropped in the one that your buddy at the movie, who there's a whole empty theater, and like you sat down, I skipped a space, I sat down, and then Schlegs just plopped down in between us in a 300-seat theater with 5 other people.
Yeah, with 2 Chipotle burritos you pulled out of your pocket too. Yeah.
Hey, first off, that was back when NIL was real. You know, like we played at a time. Our NIL was, hey man, can I get a hookup? Like, I got away with not paying for double chicken. Look at this, man. Like, they love me. I'm a Buckeye. I can't believe this. Oh, I ordered 15 wings. They gave me 30, and they brought me a pitcher. What? NIL, baby. Hey, let me ask you this question, AJ. If you had the NIL money that these guys are making now, AJ Hawk College, besides stuffing under your mattress, what would you have purchased?
I would have. So I've thought about this before. I don't like. There wasn't like, I'm not big into cars or anything like that. I would have rented a sweet house somewhere close to campus, like with a pool. Can you imagine in college having a pool in a legit adult person kind of house that you can live in like a college kid? I think that's what I would have done. I would have scoured all the houses like within a couple mile radius, maybe 5 mile radius of campus, and tried to rent something really sweet. But that's not going to work though. College kids living in a nice neighborhood. I think that's just a matter of time before they try to boot you out of there.
I mean, maybe even a house, AJ, with just a second bathroom would be, I mean, that's high society, you know, so that you're not just straight up.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
You're not just stacking it up, waiting for the next dude to come on in.
And a dishwasher and a second bathroom. That's what I would have done. I would have rented a house with that. Yeah.
Aspirational goals, man.
Garbage disposal, because we didn't have one of those.
You had to dump them in the plate. I still remember that couch. I mean, the amount of it's so funny when you're that age. And I've slept in some. My wife was like, "That was the nastiest place we've ever stayed." I'm like, "I've been in worse." Like, what do you mean?
100%, dude.
Listen, I was like, "Listen, guys. I mean, just imagine the couch, like you, Mangle, Johnny, on the amount of farts that were on there, and you come back after Alcatraz one night." You're just laying on that thing, face just buried down in one of the seats.
I slept in this place with Marcus Freeman, AJ. I went back to Dayton with him, and we went to Hammerjacks down in the Oregon district, and we slept at his buddy's place. And I'm not sure it was even a bed. It was just like some sort of giant, it was like a nest almost. I slept. I was almost half certain that I was going to wake up with some mice or something crawling on me. So I'm like, dude, I'm just going to get as drunk as possible. And it was me, Marcus, and Chat Dog, and then one of their buddies from Dayton that went to UD.
Chad?
Yeah, Chat Dog, D'Angelo Chathams.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm going to see Marcus. I'm sure he'll probably be. I'm playing NCR for Jordan Cornette's event on Monday. So, AJ, I'll probably see Marcus. So I'll give him a message for you.
Yeah.
What's the message you want to send? What's the message you want to send Marcus Freeman, AJ? What do you want to send him?
Well, Hendrix, my son, went to camp last week in Notre Dame for a one-day camp. And I guess, so Laura, my wife, took him, and they got to meet Marcus, and Hendrix went up there, and Hendrix was too shy to tell him, hey, that I'm AJ's son. So he's like, oh, it's cool. I got to meet him. But I'm like, why didn't you tell him who you were? He's like, I don't know. It felt weird doing that. So Marcus has no idea Hendrix went to his camp. But yeah, let him know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He didn't even know. Well, hey, AJ, you got to go, or are you staying? Can you stay with me?
I got to go in a few. Why? What's up?
Okay. No, nothing. Hey, Pat,
Why would-
Pat's trying to tell me to take breaks and stuff. And I don't
Yeah,
even know,
Schlegs, AJ, with Schlegs driving the ship, dude, I knew it was going to be an
I love
abject disaster.
I love it. It's perfect.
Hey,
That's
guess
what people
what?
want.
Hey, here's the deal. Guess what? I'm letting you guys go. I think I got 6 minutes left. All right, hey, Pat.
All right,
Cut
Buckeyes.
everybody off. Hey, guys, we're coming back. You know what? I'm going to do a read right
Good
here,
luck.
right
Kill
now.
it, Schlegs.
Let's
Kill
go.
it.
All
You're
right, see you
dominating
guys.
this.
Lakespur Marketing. Full service ad agency built on trust, strategy,
I want to stay just to
performance.
hear this read.
You
Actually.
just say it. Just stay. The Lakespur team shields you and your team from the outside noise and cold collars, and they let you do what you do best, run your business with more than 100 years of marketing experience. That's a lot of marketing experience. Lakespur Marketing eliminates waste and delivers on budget. That's critical. It's all about the bottom line. They don't chase clicks. They build partnerships. Lakespur Marketing. The proof is in the partners. Back at you in a hot minute. Buckeyes.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lakespur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lakespur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
Hey, welcome back to the Bobby Carpenter Show. Hey, listen, this is my first time doing it, and it's already 12:42. I think the show goes until 12:45 or something like that. And Pat said, I was like, how much time do I have, Pat? He said 4 minutes. So I'm going to tell you this. Real Truck, I love you. Backer, BCKR, brand new brand, premium Buckeye jackets and hats. We've been talking about them. They're fantastic. I need to get some gear. They got new hats coming out, premium product. Part of the proceeds go back to NIL at Ohio State. Absolutely love it. Pat, we're just going to roll through the rest of the show. All right, so hey, listen, Backer, use promo code Bobby, all caps, BOBBY, free expedited shipping. That's Backer, BCKR. They're the best. Go get it. I have a lot of high premium quality gear. Theirs is just like that. Go check them out. All right, this is what we're doing. So I'm going back to the show sheet, Pat. Dudes of the week. Well, I'm going to do two things. Best receiving core, put it up there. So again, this came out, and then this is kind of like my side nugget, end of the day. Love it. Somebody was asking me the other day, how good is Ohio State going to be? I'm like, guys, listen, man, they got a ton of dudes, and they have a ton of weapons. And I was like, here's where our weakness is. To me, that would be how do we develop the interior defensive line? But I think there's a lot of things that Matt Patricia can do. Again, the art of war, attack the weaknesses. And again, what do offenses want to do? They want better athletes in space on lesser athletes. So how can you mitigate some of those things through different packages? Because the offense wants to confuse you. They want to make you to communicate. They line up. They reload. They motion. 3 communications check. That's what they do. Guess what, though? Number 1 receiving core, Jeremiah Smith, Cardinal Tate, Max Clare, and Brandon Ennis. Max, I'm excited to watch him. I know Coach Bailey's really high on him, but they got a great room. Like, it's not just him. Like, they all can add value in a bunch of different ways. And I think you've seen that tight end room honestly level up, not just because of him, but because of what Coach Bailey has done. But guys, listen, Cade Stover, he was the OTA offensive player for the Texans. Dude was a DN linebacker. Bailey made him into a tight end. He's playing in the NFL in his second year. Awesome. Anyways, that's really cool. Last one I want to hit on before we go is Dudes of the Week. Throw on Dudes of the Week, Pat. Dudes of the Week. Look at him. Okay? Yeah. Ryan Day, he's a dude. Okay? But then you got our boy Caleb Downs, Carson Hintzman, right? Peyton Pierce. Peyton's looking good. Peyton's got huge quads. And I love Peyton again. I'm kind of biased. I'm from Texas. I was a state champion wrestler. So was Peyton. Noah's dad. His dad's a coach. But these three young men, really excited about this upcoming season for them. Leadership has no age. Caleb's going to be a junior. I believe Carson's going to be a junior. Peyton's going to be a sophomore. But they're Dudes of the Week for a reason. And just a side nugget before I cut you off, Pat, how much time do I got? Dudes of the Week, how you go through this. So we had this discussion actually at the government How much? I got 4 more minutes. Pat, it says 4:45. I go to 50? Okay. So I want to give you guys something. There's one thing a lot of people in businesses are wanting. They want emotional intelligence. They want people to show up and be on time and those type of things. You guys all remember back in the day when we had on our report cards S, N, and U for conduct. Like the only thing my parents cared about, because they knew I could like grind through and make good grades, they looked at my conduct report. And I would love to bring that back in schools, honestly. Take away the phones in schools, bring that back to conduct. But just so you guys know, right there, accountability, attitude, effort, the leaders of the unit grade everybody in their unit on a daily basis. The coaches in the weight room grade everybody on a daily basis. And then they also have the competitive excellence that's in the weight room for that week. That is what makes up dude of the week. And for your position groups, these men are the dude of the week. I just wanted to give you guys a little side nugget as to like, how do you become a dude of the week? You do those things, right? Be consistent. That's it. That's the show. Bob and I will see you tomorrow with Pat. All our Buckeyes, Bobby Carpenter Show. Like, subscribe. Go Bucks, be cancer. See ya.